Benz. Hop in your Cutlass, Cadillacs, Beamers, or even Benz. Get your road dogs, partners, equals, and all your friends. Tell them all this.
Yo, what is going on, people? And welcome back to another sports reaction. I am your host, Jonah Pibley. But before the start of the official video, just remember to like and subscribe. Also, make sure to hit that notification bell. And also, if you are a returning subscriber, make sure to hit that like button and also share the video. Now, I did not expect the Bears to be within reach of this game, but despite having everybody out in the secondary, despite having 15 players on the COVID protocol list, the Bears is only down by 7. Now, of course, they could have possibly tied the game. They could have even possibly be leading in this game, but costly penalties, some by Tevin Jenkins. Yes, he is a rookie. That's only his second time playing this season, first time starting because Jason Peters is out with a high ankle sprain. So, yeah, man, I'm just very surprised that the Bears is in this game. The defense is playing electric. The offense has actually still been able to move the ball up and down the field. But it's costly penalties is just fucking them over. So I don't know what really to expect in the second half. The Bears coaches have failed to make the right adjustments at all times and all season. They have not been able to make the right adjustments. So I don't know what the hell to expect right now. Watching with Trox, bro. I told him was here. He sent his regards. Tell Trox, man. Tell him I said what's good, man. He a real good dude, man. I appreciate him always from hopping on the Main Event podcast. So tell him I appreciate the fact that he was able to hop on yet again. And man, he a real good dude, man. Real talk. And I appreciate you too for even tuning in, bro. Real talk, man. As a fellow Bears fan. But yeah, man, they've been able to put pressure on Kirk Cousins. Robert Quinn was able to get a sack in the game. They still been able to put pressure on him. Akeem Hicks was able to burst through for a good sack. Yo, what's going on, Boston Sports Report? How you feeling, bro? How you feeling? I didn't even, like I said before, man, I didn't even expect this game to be this close. I thought the Vikings was going to be putting hands on the Bears. But just the only thing the Bears have to do is just make the right second half adjustments. One of the main things they have to do is clean up the penalties, keep getting David Montgomery the ball in so many different ways, and just keep try to spread the ball out to everybody and make it that much harder for this Vikings defense. Now, on the defensive side of the football, they really don't have to change too much, but they're gonna have to, blitz the quarterback a little bit more. Yeah, the front four is getting pressure on Kirk Cousins, but they're gonna have to put more pressure on him and force him to throw more interceptions. And then the Bears offense has to make sure they capitalize on those interceptions. And Justin Fields can't hold on to the football like a goddamn goofy. Good luck with your Bears tonight, man. Hey, I appreciate it, bro. Always, man. I always appreciate the luck, bro. And I'm happy that you're good, man. I'm happy about that, man. There's a lot of people getting sick out there for all type of various reasons, and I'm happy that you're able to stay healthy out there, bro. I will, bro. Peace out to you too, brother. So yeah, man, it's not gonna be a super long halftime show. Was taking care of some business, but yeah, the Bears just have to limit those turnovers. They have to limit those turnovers. They have to limit dumb penalties, and they have to make sure they able to score. One of the things that definitely just screwed everything up was the simple fact that it was a blocked field goal. Blocked field goal. There's more points missing on the board. Just everything just not going the best way possible. I don't know if that was supposed to be a smiley face or a YT. I don't know. I don't know exactly what it is, but yeah, you got to tell me, brother. I don't know what that is, but yeah, man, the Bears just too many missed opportunities. Too many missed opportunities. The Vikings is basically handing you this game, just like they handed the Detroit Lions the victory. Hey, Boston Report shared your video. I appreciate it, bro. I really thank you. Thank you for the support as always, bro. And I don't know, man. The Bears definitely has to get their head out of their ass because if they don't, man, it's gonna turn out to be one of the worst whoopings possible in the second half. That's one thing I will say. As the Bears now receive the ball and start the third quarter, Khalil Herbert is driving up the field and he gets all the way up to the 26-yard line. So I will keep the halftime show going on just a little bit longer because I started a tad bit late. But yeah, man, I don't know. The Bears do got the ball in the second half. The Bears have had a hard time adjusting in the second half all season. I think it was probably one or two games where they put on a performance in the second half, and that was mainly because they couldn't perform in the first half. But majority of the games this season, they have not been able to do exactly what they need to do. And yet again, hopefully the Bears continue to go based off the game plan ideas set forth for them for the second half, and that's using David Montgomery, which they just did. He was able to drive up the field, run the football, and actually get about a good 5 to 6 yard gain. And he leads the first half with 49 rushing yards, 20 receiving yards. Darnell Mooney got 3 receptions, 42 yards. Justin Fields was 10 of 12 for so many yards as well. And now David Montgomery is showing the reason why the Bears needs to use him a lot more, and he is the identity of the Chicago Bears. He just once again able to drive up the field, break a few tackles, and get about a 7-8 yard gain. This is what the Bears' identity should have been all year, and this was what they should have been trying to capitalize on all year. Run the football, control the clock, allow your defense to rest, and then put up points, not field goals. They have to score touchdowns. So if they're able to limit those penalties, then they definitely will be able to make a huge difference in this game. And yet again, now the third carry for David Montgomery, and they get him stopped for a 2-yard loss, 2-3 yard loss in the backfield. So now, once Minnesota is now able to get those type of stops, what do the Bears have to do? Well, not at this time. They shouldn't do play action right away at this time. It should be a simple straight drop back pass or a screen pass, and then they'll be able to make it happen. I think Jordan Howard was more explosive running back than David Montgomery. Jordan Howard it wasn't that he was at. Wow, yet again, Justin Fields holds on to the football too long instead of throwing the ball away. And that leads to sacks. I just spoke on that Justin Fields needs to make sure he does not hold on to the ball, gets rid of the ball as quickly as possible, and stop doing what he usually do and hold it. And guess what? He held the ball, and it leads to what? A 7 to 12 yard loss because he's still trying to do too much as a playmaker instead of just getting rid of the ball. If the play is not there, get rid of the ball. Now, the Bears' offensive line has given up the most sacks this season already. They have given up 44 sacks. So if you know that already, that they can, if they can't hold on and protect you on a consistent basis, what do you have to do? You have to run screen passes. That's exactly what I was going to say before it happened. They have to do screen passes, misdirection plays. They've been doing the misdirection plays a lot more over the past few weeks, and that's why the Bears been able to put up more points. But in that concept, once they stopped David Montgomery, it should have been a screen pass right then and there. But they didn't do it. Led to a lone sack loss, and the Bears once again unable to do something to start the third quarter. And now once again, they allow the opposing team to get the ball, and hopefully the Bears defense can get a stop. But Jordan Howard was probably more decisive than David Montgomery. David Montgomery is faster than Jordan Howard. Now, Jordan Howard was able to just pick a hole and just hit it right up the field, but David Montgomery actually broke more tackles than Jordan Howard, just to answer your question. Well, answer your statement, really. It should be a 5-second release for the quarterback to let the ball go. 5 seconds is too long. That means the offensive line, if you're able to hold the ball for 5 seconds, that means your offensive line is terrific. It should be a 2 to 3 second release because the offensive line is that bad. most likely a 2-second release, really. But we do have players who will be on the old offensive line next season. Yeah, we do. Just the difference is just only how Justin Fields can be successful if the old offensive line is able to hold up. But it's also offensive game planning. If you know that your offensive line is not that good, that's when you have to initiate more screens, bubble screens, tight end screens, wide receiver screens. You have to do stuff like that to make sure that you keep that defensive line and that linebacking core off balance. You have to keep the opposing team's defensive line and everybody off balance. And if you're not able to do that, you end up getting your quarterback hit a lot. And that's exactly what Matt Nagy continues to do. Terrible play caller at the worst possible time. If you just did 3 straight runs, and now they starting to burst through your goddamn line, you do screen passes, and that's how you do that. But I'm not gonna keep the halftime show going. The game is officially back on. So I want to thank everybody that did tune in for the short period of time that I was on. And once again, this is Jonah Pibney bringing it back to you with another sports reaction. Once again, this is the halftime show talking about the Chicago Bears versus the Minnesota Vikings in this Week 15 matchup. So just make sure to also just like and subscribe to the channel. If you are a returning subscriber, like the video and also hit the notification bell and share the video as well. So, all right, people, this is going to be it for me. I'll be back with the post-game show later on after the game. All right, people. Peace out.